I went from someone who was struggling to get up in the morning, depressed, anxious, stressed, and overweight, to someone who had a great body, boundless energy, a strong mind, and a lifestyle now to support all of that and put it on autopilot. When I made that shift, everything changed for me. My relationships improved. My health was untouchable. I never got sick. I never get sick. I even started waking up and making way more money in my business, more friends, better relationships, better friendships even. My energy was soaring. People started kind of complaining because I was like always Mr. Positive Pants wherever I would go. And then then I started teaching this to people who would listen, and they got the same results. And really, everything spiraled from there to build this amazing life that I never thought was possible. In Jersey, where I was born, which is in the Channel Islands, which is part of the United Kingdom, we update our passports every 10 years. So I was recently updating my passport, and very interestingly, I was looking back in the passport over the previous 10 years, as you do, just to see how things had changed. And during that time, I'd been applying for a couple of visas because I'd been traveling from the United Kingdom to the United States in particular for my business, right? And this is my photo of how I looked in 2008. And the only reason why I'm sharing this with you on this module is to show you how my body has changed over this period of time. And in particular, to show you this from the passport, because number one, they can't lie. And as also you can just get an idea of how I changed physically during the course of an entire decade. So this is how I looked in 2008. And this is coming towards the middle of my career as a lawyer. Fast forward to 2011, and this is how I started to look. So as you can see, I've started to bald a little bit. My face has got a little bit chunkier from the youthful appearance of where I was in 2008, just 3 years previously, when I was starting out in the world of work. And then I applied for another visa in 2015, and this is how I looked. I was just getting a little bit more chunky, that little bit of extra weight, just depleted in energy, as you can tell. And when you compare it to the way I look today, just 3 years later, this photo was taken just at the end of 2018. And recently my wife was commenting with the way that, she said, you can just see the energy shining through me right here. And to put this into a little bit more context, what I can show you now is this was me in 2011. So I've got that kind of, obviously I'm smiling, I'm happy, everything is kind of fine in my life on the face of things. But the weight is kind of gradually growing, creeping up on me, my face is getting chunkier. 2012, again, it just keeps on coming. This is from beer, pizza, the traditional things, the meat, etc. Eating potentially the things that aren't great for me. And then from 2014 to 2016, I kind of realized that things were starting to get a little bit out of hand. So much so that, as you can see on this slide, I was really starting to pile on a couple of pounds. Now, I was by no means obese or grossly overweight. However, I'd really started to let myself go. And the reason for putting this final photo on in May 2016 is because this is actually my turning point. This was when I realized that, something's just got to give here. Something's got to change. And so here in this next slide, here you'll see the results that I had from that moment onwards. And I'd like to draw your attention in particular to the photo here in December in the red shirt, in December 2016. So you see the previous photo here was in May 2016. And this is just a couple of months later in December 2016, and I've already lost all of this weight. I've managed to lose a whole bunch of weight. I've managed to gain incredible energy, and I'm feeling absolutely incredible. I'm feeling literally the best I've ever felt in my life. And just this year in 2018, in July 2018, as you see in these photos that I recently took at the time of this recording, just to show you the nature of the transformation, and in particular that the weight has just completely stayed off. And it's all through using the techniques that I'll be sharing with you on this course. It took just 8 months. After struggling with diets and exercise for 20 years for this change to occur for me. And because of what I'll teach you here, it will happen for you too. So just take a little time right now to imagine yourself 1 year from now. Can you imagine yourself 1 year from now with this gorgeous, fit, healthy body? The weight loss has happened. The energy is back. You have this robust, clear mindset and the body of your dreams now.